James Liotta. Hi, James.
Hello.
How are you?
Good afternoon. How are you?
Good, honey. You've been very busy of the late.
I have.
Can I interrupt you there,
things-
James? Can I interrupt you?
Yeah,
What a
sure.
show last night. That was awesome.
Oh, thank you so much.
I'm gonna-
Thank you so much. We had a great time. We sold out in Sydney at the Marconi Club, and it was absolutely fabulous. The show's just so much fun to do, and everyone's wonderful.
Oh my God, 2,500 tickets you've sold so far.
We have across all the shows in Australia. We have, and we're really proud of that too, because we're just two guys. It all goes back to the attention that we've been getting online over the last 2-3 years. So that's what's helped sell tickets as well.
Well, social media is a wonderful thing these days.
Also,
Absolutely.
We don't need any managers anymore.
Yeah, and also
No.
your shows are amazing, so that has to count towards all that as well. So people can latch on to that amazing talent that you guys have.
So, James, can we go back to when you were a child?
We could, but that's about 36 years of talking.
I know,
Have you got time for that? Or
Yeah, I just want to just quickly. I just wanted
Okay.
to know: were you the class clown, or the comedian?
Do you know? You know what? It's in primary school. Although I enjoyed drama and things like that, I wasn't not in any negative kind of sense. But I wouldn't have said that I was the popular one in primary school. But in high school, though, that changed a lot, and I had sort of a lot of attention around me for the things that I was doing in performing arts. However, I've always enjoyed performing. I've been performing since I was 8. I had an agent. I had a television agent from the age of 8. So I was doing little spots on TV here and there when things would pop up. And one of the things I did used to do, I wasn't a class clown, but I was probably a clown at home more. I used to get my brother and sister to do shows with them for our birthday parties and all the family birthday parties. I used to put together little shows with them.
Oh, that's so funny. You should bring out some videos. That'd be good.
Oh God, I'd have to. It's VHS. I'd have to, have to
Babe,
find a player.
we can convert everything these days.
Yeah.
I know everything on USB.
Okay.
Your show. Let's talk about your show, James.
Sure.
The one that's sold over 2,500 tickets.
Yeah.
Now that's Pippo and Pasquale, see?
Yeah,
That's right. It's the Pippo and Pasquale show. So it's the characters that we've been doing online that have grown much love with fans over across Australia. So we bring them on stage. We bring their wives on stage, which is just us, of course. And we through the show there's a bit of stand up as ourselves as well. There's audience participation. It's 2 hours of ethnic infused fun.
So you play Pasquale Papagallo, is that correct?
I do. I play Pasquale, and my good friend Piero Villavatene, the other actor, he plays the Pippo character, Pippo Siciliano.
So Piero Villavatene is his
That's
real
right.
name?
That is his real name, and we have a bit of a joke in the
is
show about
that is funny.
yeah.
Sorry.
Because his surname means go away.
It
not
means
once,
via.
but twice.
It means via, go away, Vatene, go.
Villavatene, so go away twice.
That's hilarious. I actually thought it was. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
That was
I thought it was made up, but what a great name.
No, that's his real. No, that's his real name.
it was awesome. That was the one that we saw
At the Marconi
yeah,
Club,
Marconi.
the Italian Republic Day.
Yeah, and what?
Yeah, that was us. Yeah, absolutely. We had a great day there too. We got to perform a miniature version of some of our scenes, and yeah, people had good fun. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. Just having a laugh, really.
And you know what? That's when I first met you, James, and it was an amazing bond between me and you and Antoinette. She came on.
Okay, I know them.
I know them, and she came onto your live video. I remember very well, and you guys were full of energy and full of love, and and then I was grateful to watch you perform, which was also amazing. I was down there, your number one fan. How does it?
Yes, you. Thank you so much. It was a great pleasure to meet you both then, and there certainly was a bond. It was better than sticky tape. It was more like the super glue. And
Super glue.
we couldn't get rid of each other for the rest of the day.
And, it was awesome.
fun.
I was going to ask you, how do you feel about performing in front of your own people, like your Australian Italians, community, like you did on the day?
I sort of I link back to how the Socceroos would feel at the moment. Maybe not that big, not that big. No, look, I've been performing across Australia for many years, and I've had the opportunity even to tour as Joe Avati's support act, as his opener. We did 22 shows together a couple of years ago across Australia. So I've been lucky that I'm sort of cementing my name in different parts of Australia, which is great. But obviously everyone loves their hometown. And for me, it's Melbourne. And you love performing to your people. But the great thing about doing ethnic comedy is that everywhere you go, you find your people. It doesn't matter.
That's right. Talk about versatility here. You were just on a film set recently. Can we shed some light on that one?
No, I've been lucky enough. With TV and film work, what happens is that you get some years where you're busy with it and some years where nothing really comes your way. And this year, 2018 for me has been a busy year in front of the camera because I've finished a couple of television commercials, which has been a national campaign. But I also finished a supporting role on a new Australian feature film, which was shot in Tasmania. So I was in Tassie for about 4 weeks. Shooting this film, and it's all out of my hands now, but hopefully there's some kind of release sometime next year.
And what did you think of Tassie?
Well, Tassie's okay. It was bloody cold, I tell you. We were shooting. We had to do the home and away thing where you shoot in the cold but pretend it's okay.
What in your
that's
little?
What they do. They
shoot
all year. They shoot through winter on home and away, but they pretend it's summer.
Exactly, that's what happens on the film set.
But no, look, Tassie's lovely. We shot half of it in Hobart and half of it in Launceston, and there was some wonder because it was a period piece. It was sort of set out in the 1820s. The film is called The First Detectives, and basically we got to visit some really wonderful locations in Launceston, that places that are historic that you just can't find.
So it was set back in the 1800s. Wow.
Yeah, that's right. In the 1800s, yeah.
Wow, how was the experience for you being on a film set? Is it different to being on a commercial set?
Yeah, look, they are different. I mean, I've been lucky enough to have been on film sets for a big part of my life, but every experience is a little bit different. For this one, because I had a bigger role, let's say, than some of the usual stuff that I've done, that experience in itself was really wonderful. Because you get to work with the script a lot more because there's a lot more to do. But it's it takes a toll. It's hard work. People think it's easy, but it's not. Not everyone gets up at 4 o'clock in the morning in makeup by 5:30 and then on set by 6. So there is a lot to do.
So James, sorry, this movie, what kind of movie is it? Is it a comedy or is it?
No, it's a drama. It's called The First Detectives, and it's based on the very first detective called Vidocq. He was a Frenchman, but he lived a lot in England. And I play one of his best friends, basically. And together with 2 other characters, these 4 became the very first detectives, which is a true story in the world, and that's where the whole detective thing sort of started for them. Why is it set in Australia? Because part of it took place in Australia, but also Australia has some locations that look like England, look like London.
Especially down there, Tasmania.
Exactly. So we got to film in these wonderful, these heritage houses and mansions and things like that.
Sounds great.
Well, it sounds you're very multi-talented. So you're an actor as well as a comedian?
I graduated as an actor.
Okay.
I mean, when I was studying acting, being a comedian or an ethnic comic wasn't really the first thing on the cards. It was more just being an actor. But you do one little thing and then sort of it takes off, and that's where the path took me, and I'm very happy with it anyway. So it's great.
Well, can you sing, James?
I cannot sing.
Okay.
But I have done some singing in some shows where it's more comedic based. So I can hold a tune, but I would certainly not call myself a singer. Although I am a very good stripper.
Well, you can strip on me next.
Oh, Michael, calm down there.
Bloody have to pay double for that. What time's this show on?
Oh, yeah, it's an afternoon show.
It's an afternoon, 4 o'clock. You know, we're
all
really
right.
bit delusional. It's all good.
So Piero, how long have you known
Yes.
him for?
We've been dating. No. Oh, sorry. No, we've.
I thought you were gay.
No, there's anything wrong with that.
Yep.
We've been mates for the last three or 4 years, and we actually met doing these videos together. I saw him online, and he kind of knew of me, and we approached each other with the possibility of initially just doing 1 or 2 videos, collaborating some characters together. But then people started to really enjoy them, and you do 1, you do 2, you do 3, and then you just keep on doing them. And then people start asking, when are you going to come here? When are you going to go there? So there was warrant to put a live show together for people. And really, the live shows is what proves you as a performer, because on video, you can manipulate it, you can edit it,
cut,
you can
paste,
pick the right. Yeah, you can do it a million times till you think you've got it right. But live is live. So that really tests you out.
That's when you know how good you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're very, very good, James, just to let you know.
Oh,
and,
that's very kind.
you know,
Thank you.
And it's amazing to have that reaction doing what you do and people laughing. You know, must make you feel sort of
We can.
quite fulfilled in ways. How do you feel when people
It's honestly, it's the best. It's one of the best jobs in the world. Not that I've done every job in the world, but I can imagine it's one of the best jobs in the world, really, because it's just something so much fun. People always ask this question. I find it quite a silly question, because they go, do you enjoy what you do? And it's like, it's not a job that you can do if you don't enjoy it.
That's
unfortunately,
right.
it's not an office job, nothing wrong with office jobs. We need every job out there, but it's not a job that you can sit behind a desk or hide away and kind of go, I'll just type this into the computer, or I'm bored or whatever. You really can't do that on stage. So you do enjoy it, because you must enjoy it if you're doing it.
And James, I wanted to ask you your background. You were born in Australia?
Yeah, I was born in Australia. My parents were born in Sicilia.
Oh, Siciliano.
Yeah, you don't sound impressed.
No comment. No, I love the Sicilians not. No, they're fine.
Can you speak
Good,
Italian?
good.
Can you speak
Yeah.
Italian?
No,
I
speak
can speak-
Sicilianos.
Yeah.
I can speak the dialect, or I can speak Italian. If I need to, I can speak them. And I know the difference as well. There you go.
Yeah, so do I. My Italian's shocking, but I understand it all. Can you give us something in Sicilian, please?
What,
For our
tell
viewers.
me what you'd like. Tell me give me a phrase. Because what am I going to give you? What am I going to say to you? You go, what do you want me to say?
Okay. Well, we'll try. Pretend you're trying to pick up a chick
Or a guy.
or a guy. Or try to pick me up.
Try to pick
Try
up
and pick
Michael.
you up.
Hey?
I'll go, ciao, bello, andiamo insieme.
It means, yamanin insieme. It means, let's go together. Let's go.
Let's go together.
You're actually on TV at the moment, and James.
Right now?
Right now, I saw you on TV, and I only met you once, and I was like, oh my god, that's it. I was like, that's James. So. Look, you were on a sports bet campaign recently. How was that?
Yeah, I was lucky enough to be cast in in one of the sports bet campaigns, and it really, for 2 weeks straight. They've slowed it down now, but for 2 weeks straight, I saw my ad pop up 6 times in half an hour one night. But so they really pumped it out, and then I ended up having a full page photo in the Herald Sun here
cool.
in Melbourne, across the week 3 times. So they really they pumped this campaign, but it was great fun to shoot, and it's all for the World Cup.
Yeah, no, it was amazing, and you're in your own characters as well. It must be great playing yourself on TV. I mean, really, that's quite the icing on the cake, wasn't it?
Well, that's the thing, because in the sports bet campaign, I'm not really myself. It's not really me. It's still always a character.
Your character.
It's just that I'm not. There's putting wigs on and makeup and all that sort of stuff. But it's still a character that you're playing. But some people get confused.
Yeah, exactly.
They're like, oh yeah, they take it as though it's you.
But it is you, because that's what you do anyway. So you know what I mean. And I think.
You know what? Whenever you're performing, you're never the character 100%. There's always that little bit of you in every character. That's one of the rules of acting. Actually, is that you never become the character 100%. That you have to put yourself into everything.
That's right.
Wise words there.
Can we talk about some new shows in Melbourne with Joe Vardy, Gabrielle Rossi.
Yeah, that'll be great. I mean, I know that you guys you're a Sydney-based radio show, but online it's international.
That's
so
right.
hopefully we could have listeners from all over the place. But I do have 2 shows coming up in Melbourne, August 24th and 25th. It's called the Azzurri Comedy Show because we wanted to play on this idea that, not an idea, the fact that we didn't make it into the World Cup because we can only humour it, really.
That's going to be so funny. It's so good.
Because you can't change it, so you have to humour it. What are you going to do?
Yeah, it was sad, but
yeah, it's very sad. It does feel weird, and I think even the other teams feel weird that Italy is not part of the big competition. But anyway, this comedy show has got myself, Joe Vardy, Gab Rossi, and Piero Viavatane. Us 4 all together. We're doing 2 shows. For the moment, it's just in Melbourne, but people can jump online and even on Facebook and just type in Azzurri Comedy Show. And it'll be great to be back with Joe as well. He's in Canada at the moment doing his Canadian tour, which he does every year, Canada and the UK.
They love him in Canada, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
Have you been to Canada?
No, I have not. I have not been to Canada, but we're getting a lot of requests online, in Canada at the moment. Come to Canada. So
might be time soon.
Everything in good time.
That's
right.
Know.
I always need to find the person that'll pay my ticket first, though.
Don't look at me, mate.
Don't look at me, man. Don't look at me. We're community radio. We don't get paid.
Well, I don't get paid for what we do.
I can't look at you. It's radio. I can't look at you anyway.
Look at me, look at me.
Antoinette's looking at me and I'm looking at her going, don't look at me, don't look at me.
Listen, but we would love to come to your Melbourne show. Like,
actually, you know
what?
what?
Try and get back to Melbourne soon.
Even the Sydney listeners or any interstate listeners, I'm sure there's a cheap freaking flight to Melbourne to watch this show of yours, and I'll probably be about 30, 45 bucks, you know what I mean? I've got a question for you, James, because we're running out of time. I want to ask you,
no worries.
because you're a fantastic Italian, celebrity out there, Australian Italian.
Yeah.
Who's your favourite music Australian Italian star in Australia at the moment? As an
Italian star?
Can't beat my good friend Tony Pantano.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, okay.
Well, he's actually too. I'm looking forward to meeting him. He's my latest Facebook friend, and I'll be looking.
I've done many shows with.
Oh, really?
With Tony Pantano, but in a more commercial sense, Australian Italian artists. You know what? I love not that she does a lot of Italian stuff, but I do love Tina Arena. I'm a big fan of Tina Arena.
Yep.
And
legend.
She I had the pleasure of interviewing her as well for a television show that I was doing many years ago. Yeah. And she was really lovely, but she really does. And I saw her live in concert, and her voice is quite phenomenal.
Look, she's a legend, and she's. Kylie Minogue actually is the one that I actually inspired by too. She's
not Italian, Bubba.
Doesn't matter. She's got an Italian something background.
Oh, is she?
I don't know, something Italian down the track.
Does she really?
Yeah, that's what I heard down the track. I'm one of her biggest fans, but she's got Italian in her down the father's side of things. Yeah, apparently.
It's probably like her 7th generational cousin.
Something. You know what? You could be related, James.
By marriage.
I'm just probably bloody said that to try and get an Italian passport or something.
I don't know, but yeah, apparently big fan. So yeah, but no, hats off. Tina Arena's amazing, and so are you, James. I just wanted to ask you that question before we could wrap things up. But it's been an honour.
Yeah,
and
thanks
talking to you today.
Thank you so much for being with us.
You guys are very kind. Thank you for your support. It's been really great to speak with you both, and I can't wait till we catch up again, whether it's in Melbourne or Sydney.
Thank you so much. And that was James Liotta, comedian entertainer, and you're on 2RRR 88.5 FM.
Thanks, guys.